Hello, this is my Minecraft zombie villager separator. I decided to make this farm since I couldn't find any online that were meant for Java. I was able to find many for bedrock, well, exactly two for bedrock, and none for Java. So I decided to make my own design that fixes all the issues that the bedrock ones have when translating them into Java. This farm works by using the player as bait to attract drowns. For this farm to work, have it connected to a mob farm that separates the zombies from the rest of the mobs. And you cannot use a mob spawner since the mob spawner um, doesn't spawn zombie villagers. It only spawns normal zombies. It works by using the drown mechanic that zombies have, that turns them into a drown after being submerged underwater for a certain period of time. Unlike those zombies, villager zombies don't turn into drowns. They remain normal zombies. And since they don't turn into drowns, they won't be able to reach the player because they cannot swim, unlike drowns. Once they turn into drowns, the player only needs to stand right here above a trapdoor that is waterlogged underneath a soul sand block. This will keep you bouncing. The reason for the players to be submerged underwater is because drowns don't attack players that are on land during the daytime, only at nighttime. This causes a problem, making it so this would only be effective at night. To get around this, I decided to make the players stand over soul sand. As you can see, the drowns will be attracted to the player, going to attack it, but not being able to reach the player, and dying to magma blocks instead, only leaving these zombie villagers there. Once the drowned are separated from the zombie villagers, you just push this lever and you can drop it into a separate container where you can later collect them. This farm was made for the intent to help players who play on a server or in a single player world with mob griefing off. Since when mob griefing, breeding villagers is impossible, so the only way to get them is to find naturally spawning ones, which is easy in a single player world, but nearly impossible in a server, since most of the villagers have already been raided and the villagers either killed or captured. Like I said, this will need to be connected to a mob farm, which separates the zombies from the rest of the mobs. I don't have a mob separator. I don't have a mob separator design, but I will link one on the bottom of the video by a different creator. You could always search for your own mob farm on YouTube, but I do say that they're scarce, since mob separators are not really that useful for normal players. There's very few. To begin, in a single player world with mob griefing off, since when mob griefing, breeding villagers is impossible, so the only way to get them is to find naturally spawning ones, which is easy in a single player world, but nearly impossible in a server, since most of the villagers have already been raided and the villagers either killed or captured. Like I said, this will need to be connected to a mob farm, which separates the zombies from the rest of the mobs. I don't have a mob separator. I don't have a mob separator design, but I will link one on the bottom of the video by a different creator. You could always search for your own mob farm on YouTube, but I do say that they're scarce, since mob separators are not really that useful for normal players. There's very few. To begin, 2x2 wall. Put ladders on these walls. Go to the sides, build the walls up. And place 2 blocks right here. Put up 2 blocks right here, making this hole right here. Place 2 trapdoors. Put soul sand on the bottom of these blocks. When placing the trapdoors, make sure the trapdoors are on top block right here. Fill the trapdoors until you see bubbles. Then waterlog the trapdoors. This so you bounce. Now place 2 trapdoors. Place another 2 trapdoors on top of those 2 trapdoors. Now build up the wall. This is reach the trapdoors and go one above. Now using your magma block, make a 3x2 hole and fill them using magma. Build your wall up by 2. Now here's the important part. Place 2 blocks and grab your 2 glass and place them on top. This so you're still visible to the zombies. Now make a 3 by 2 hole. Build it up more. Jump in the pool. Grab your sticky pistons and place 1 right here, 1 right here. Put 2 blocks up on the sides. Break these 2 blocks right here and place your sticky pistons. Now replace the blocks you broke earlier. Break the blocks on the bottom. Now using your signs, place 2 signs right here, 2 signs right here, and another 2 signs right here. Dig out this hole. This will be your collection chamber, where you collect your villager zombies later on. I'll let you choose the method you collect them with. Now build this wall 2 blocks up, so the drowned don't escape. Put 2 blocks right here, and place 2 signs right here, and another 2 signs right here. Place blocks right here, and right here, and right here, and right here. This to make sure the drowned don't climb over the wall. Now build up this wall by 1. Now grab your building blocks and place 1 right here, one here, and right here. Place two more right here. Place one right here. Now do the same for the other side. One, two, three. Place redstone on the blocks you just placed. Lever on to close the hole right here. Build another block. Build up the wall by one block. Build it up by another one. This to ensure the villagers don't escape. Place two blocks right here. Here is where the zombies will be dropped. You do not have to build this, just to demonstrate where it will be dropped. And this is the shell of the build. Now you need to fill it up with water. When filling up, build this wall up by one. Build this wall up by one too. This is a mistake I made. Put the trapdoors, the signs right here, by one. Now fill this hole right here. Fill it up with water right here. Salt water. Now fill this with water. It's going over. Place a block right here. Fill it up with water again. This must push the zombies. Try to attack you right here. Now fill the magma block with water. Do the same until there's two layers of water source blocks. The build should be done. Let's test it out. The zombies should be trying to get you, but they won't be able to since they can't swim and sink to the bottom. But once they turn into drowns, they gain the ability of swimming and will try going for you until they fall into the magma and die. This process is a little slow, but once all the drowned fall and die, you click the lever and we'll be able to see this will be left. This concludes the video. If you have any questions, please comment. I will try to answer all your questions as soon as I see them. If there are any problems with the build, also let me know down in the comments, and I'll try to fix it in a future video. If you find this video useful, please subscribe and like. Until my next video, see ya.